Hi, friends. Let's begin. Remember to focus your attention, concentrate, use your eyes, ears, and brain, and ignore distractions. Our sight words then, 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 some, 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 at, at. This week, our poem is Rub-a-Dub-Dub. Follow along with me. Rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub-dub, 3 trucks in a tub. And who do you think they'd be? The pumper, the ladder, and little sis Rita, the fire and rescue trucks 3. What are the rhyming words? I've marked some for us. B and 3. And in the title, rub rhymes with dub. That's right. Which of our characters from Trucktown do you see? The author calls them the pumper, the ladder, and little sis Rita, the fire and rescue trucks 3. Which do you think are the fire and rescue trucks 3? So most of these trucks are rescue trucks, but there's one who is not a rescue truck. Do you see her? Yes, that's Izzy, the ice cream truck. As you know, the question we're exploring in this unit is what are different ways of building things. We looked at how a school is built. We looked at a fantasy story about Old MacDonald and her wood shop. And last week we read about how beavers build their homes. This week, the question that we're focusing on is, what can friends build together? And our story is Alistair and Kip's great adventure. Alistair and Kip are going to work together to build something special. So our question this week is, what can friends build together? Let's find out more.
What can friends build together? You don't need store-bought toys to have fun with friends. Some of the best toys are ones you make with your friends using your imagination and bits and pieces of things you've gathered. For instance, you can make a boat with a little string and wood you find just drifting in the water. Then step into the water and set sail for a voyage to an exciting place. Maybe you'll head to a distant land full of adventure. You can also make great crafts and build presents with your friends. Any found object can be made into a piece of art. Some friends may be better at painting, others at using scissors. If you work together, you can create something beautiful. Then you can work together to wrap your masterpiece and give it as a present during the holidays. This week, you will learn that by working together and using your imagination, friends can build all sorts of things together. What do you think friends can build together?
Friends, this week, our new amazing words. Say them after I say them. Gathered, distant, drifting, voyage, island,
aboard,
What do you see in the pictures? I see a boy pointing. Where is he pointing? Something far away. Something far away can be called distant. That's one of our amazing words. These people are climbing aboard an airplane. That means they are getting on a plane. Where do you think they're going? We are going to learn 6 new amazing words this week. Let's listen to our new amazing word song. Listen for our new words. Gathered, distant, drifting, voyage, island,
aboard,
Friends, let's review our letter sound this week. Show and tell me the beginning sound in the word up. Uh. In drum, uh, uh, uh. In umbrella, uh, uh, uh. In duck, uh, uh, uh. Now take out your skills buddy book, friends. Let's search for objects that have the short U sound. Uh. Yes, the umbrella. Did you say the sun? Yes, it has in the middle. What else do you see? The umpire in the middle of the field. The umpire. What is happening here to the sandwich? Yes, someone is cutting it. Cut. Right. Do you see anything else?
You need to know the parts of a story in order to understand it. Characters are the people or animals in a story. They can be real or make-believe. Who are the characters in this story? That's right, the tortoise and the hare. Can you tell what they are doing? Yes, they are getting ready to race. The setting of a story is the time and place the story happens. What is the setting for this story? When and where does it happen? The story takes place in a field during the day. The plot is what happens in a story. What happens at the beginning? The tortoise and the hare start the race. What happens in the middle of the story? The hare has decided to take a nap while the tortoise keeps running. What happens at the end? The tortoise wins the race. Knowing the characters, the setting, and the plot of a story helps you understand it better.
This week, our comprehension skill is plot. A story has a beginning, middle, and an end. The events that happen at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the story are the plot of the story. Good readers pay attention to the plot of a story because it helps us to understand what is happening in a story. I'd like to read a story to you called A Home for the Night. Really have your ears listening for what happens at the beginning, the middle, and the end of this story. Okay, ears listening. A Home for the Night. Mom, Liz, and Lou were backpacking in the mountain. Late in the afternoon, they came to a clearing by a lake. This is a good place to make our camp, said Mom. Liz, Mom, and Lou knew what to do. Mom cut 3 branches and leaned them against a tall, wide rock with the pointed end stuck into the ground. Liz and Lou piled leaves and grass on top of the branches to keep out the cold and rain. Mom dug a pit in the ground. Liz put stones in the pit while Lou gathered wood. In the center of the pit, Mom laid twigs and bark and leaned bigger sticks of wood together like a teepee. Now Lou, Liz, and Mom had a fire, warm and cozy, for their shelter for the night. The end. Readers, at the beginning of A Home for the Night, Mom, Liz, and Lou have been hiking all day. What happens next? Yes, they decide to make a shelter by the lake. And in the middle of the story, they're working on their shelter, and everybody knows what to do. They use branches and rocks. At the end of the story, what happens? Yes, they make a fire, cozy and warm. How do Mom, Liz, and Lou use leaves and grass in their shelter? What do they do with those leaves? Yes, they do put them over the branches to keep out the cold and rain. And what are the steps they take to build that fire? What happens first there? I'll reread it. You listen. Mom dug a pit in the ground. Liz put stones in the pit while Lou gathered wood in the center of the pit. Mom laid twigs and bark and leaned bigger sticks of wood together like a teepee. Now Lou, Liz, and Mom had a warm fire. So what did they do first? Yes, they made the hole in the ground and then filled it with stones. Finally, they put the wood in for the fire. Good ears listening today, friends. This week we're focusing on plot.